years ago, I started at Bustle. It's a startup. I was 75th employee, and we had no sort of order management system. We had all our business on Excel spreadsheets. So it was very manual. Things could get lost in the cracks. Order to cash process was just like kind of just messy. So so we just basically didn't have anything. So I had actually used Operative.One when I was at Turner, and that's where I became familiar with it. And I just obviously felt a need for to use an Operative.One or order management system at Bustle. And we were growing. We were starting. A couple of years, or like a year later, we launched Romper.com, and then like 6 months later, we acquired Elite Daily. So having all these media properties and wanting to measure revenue and just do reporting in general. And have just like an actual process. So was the need. Our sales process was seller emails our IO alias to myself, which goes to myself and my counterpart that manages our account management team. And essentially we get the IO and my ops team enters the media products into it. We have a combination of media and display or branding content lines on every IO. So marketing would like somehow get the line items in a Google spreadsheet that the account manager would enter. And so ops would, reference the IO, and when they're, doing trafficking and billing, marketing would reference this Google Doc when they were driving views, branding content, and then ops would pull reporting manually at the end of the month for billing, and get numbers from marketing, and kind of took this 8-day to 10-day process to get billing done. Operative.One has helped my team because we have a very clear process in place now of who does what. So my planners enter the plan in Operative.One, so I think so it makes them accountable for the plan that they sold or their seller sold. Then ops basically takes it over, or they take over the display parts, and they get obviously pushed into DFP, and then my marketing team who manages the views, all of those lines are in Operative.One now, not in outer space on a Google Doc, and can manage those views. And billing is so much better and easier. Planner to ops to split between ops and marketing, and then ops essentially does the billing, and then finance kind of goes in and exports all the delivery for invoicing. So it's very straightforward. It's so much easier. Also, we never really had a source of truth when it came to IOs, because we had IOs and we had media plans that had the more detail on from the IO, and it just kind of information was kind of a lot of different places. So Operative.One was where all the line items were, details about them for every single everything that was contracted. So that's also helped. I mean, honestly, it just made my life easier. Also, billing just made it so much easier, and I think that was my pain point, just because it took so long. It was super manual, a lot of errors, and so if somebody was just struggling with billing or process or something like that, it'd definitely be something I would recommend. Anytime I have issues, my account manager reaches out, make sure, if we have a call, that week, she'll make sure the appropriate people are on the call so they can, talk through my issue and try to solve it. So, even through the whole project management process of getting Operative.One in place, I felt super supported. I always had somebody to talk to. Great people, really learned about what my needs were and our site, and just kind of products and everything, and so they could really help solve our problems. And I just felt like they really took the time to learn about our business, learn about how we set up things in DFP, and then they could address them and help us set it all up in Operative.One. Being able to just plug all that data in from Stack into Operative.One, and it just manually is done, and is 360, 180, I guess I should say, improvement. We would spend, days just correcting reports that were had manual errors, and sending updated invoices 30 days later. So it's this whole time period of when you're getting paid is delayed even longer. And so I think it's really, the billing is the number one improvement that we've experienced, from time to accuracy, to just simplifying it. The onboarding process, I know, can be like kind of tricky sometimes, but I just felt like ours was really smooth. So that's something else to point out. Another really good experience for me. The three people that worked with me from Operative.One just took the time to learn about our business, our DFP setup, how we sell things, how they could solve problems if the platform didn't normally do what we needed to do.